There we go. Oh, sleepy kitties. Okay, I don't know how much more I'll do of this game. I mostly just want to try to save Hiyoshi-san. He bit my neck out a couple times, but that's no reason to not, like, leave him there trapped forever in the Mantan aquarium. So I'm gonna start from the beginning and just skip through the dialogue. This is different. This is not how the first time I played it, it came out as. Tonight's concert is taking place at 7 p.m. at the Mantan Live Music Club, Kagero. The indie band Black Rising Crows, being promoted by Kuro, the bassist from the major label Izayo, is on the schedule for tonight and a popular topic of conversation. Joke's on you. I was working on the VODs, so I was scrubbing through them, so I did see the beginning again, so I remember. It's not that I'm not interested, but rather than hype, I prefer substance. Anyway, my aim tonight isn't the concert. In contrast to the dazzling fashion buildings, this live music club is in a back alley with an underground feel to it. It was not long after I was born that one might say Mantan really began to be developed. In sync with the improvements to it, the station itself became an unquestionable hub for the subway and national railways. The Mantan station was quickly reborn as a terminal stop. I'm so curious. Where are we going with this? Because I got an ending. What is happening? The symbol of the town, Mantan East Building, was built in the center of the business district. It became an entertainment hub for students, adults, and tourists alike. The stronger the light, the deeper the darkness. Unlike the east side, bustling with visitors from a wide age range, the west side developed as a more pleasure district. Pleasure district, you say? There are various bars and other businesses focused on nighttime entertainment. Wait. Am I Hiyoshi-san right now? He looked like someone who would go to a bar late at night. Although cases of illegal immigrants coming to do manual labor have increased, their higher-ups remain concealed with this force of people. Their gang-like unions have strengthened their pull, forging something of an unspoken agreement with the police. The damn Yakuza! Inevitably, the public order has deteriorated, and this town has become dense with both light and dark. It is within the basement of a building in a back alley, in the deepest part of the pleasure corner, beyond the west exit, that the live music club Kagero lies. Pleasure corner! A girl walking alone at this hour runs the risk of being hit on, but with strict rules being enforced these days, almost anyone who learns that the person they're talking to is a student would back off. Oh, okay, anyone looking for an easy target is just spineless. Occasionally there are those who won't give up, the perverted creepy types who are thrilled that I'm a junior high student. There's no merit in talking to them, so I ignore them. Well, to be honest, others are just as worthless. Oh, maybe I'm the other girl. Especially considering I didn't come here to pick up guys in the first place. As far as the denizens of this back alley are concerned, they seem to have learned to recognize my face, and so conversation attempts have decreased. Ignoring people is quite draining, so I'm grateful from the depths of my heart. Yeah, I'm her. Is she old enough to be in here, though? Yes, if you add this to the cost of the drinks, it should be exactly 3,000 yen. Yeah, but you're a junior high student, right? Sorry, but after 6 p.m., people under 16 must be a newbie. I click my tongue and look at the staff member. I have no recollection of seeing him before. There's a large amount of turnover among live music club staff. Still, these kinds of exchanges are troublesome. Give me my damn beer. Pay my money, so hand over my ticket. The place has never been a stickler for rules. They give minors alcohol and cigarettes all the time. I'm not here for either. I'm just here to listen. If you don't hurry, I'll report this place. I got it. Here, this is it. He falters as I quickly talk him down and hands over my ticket without incident. It's not as if someone like me would make a report, but saying so is more than enough to get him to cave. Probably feels the same, seeing me as troublesome and wanting to end the conversation as quickly as possible, which leads him being careless. Stinks of cigarettes. Like, what is happening? This is a different game. Or at least a different story. This is a different story now. I come here often, even though I hate the stench of tobacco. Lately, many places have separate non-smoking areas, but this Kagero place has an old-fashioned mentality, so the inside is filled with smoke. I have been pranked. I was not expecting this. I often hear that it's good to be retro, but most of the ones saying this are people over 30. These days, non-smokers have come to hate the secondhand smoke. I've been pranked. I went back in to save Hiyoshi-san, so I wouldn't leave him in Mantan Aquarium, and I got tricked to continue this game possibly longer if there's like a whole different like route now. Since there's a show tonight, the club is packed. The eyes of customers anxiously awaiting the start of the show are gleaming. I weave through the crowd, most of whom aren't paying attention to their surroundings, and reach the drink counter. Yeah, get my booze. Club soda in a bottle. Oh, I want these drinks that they're having right here. They look good. I take my drink from the bartender. Usually this would be mixed with alcohol, but I like to drink it with a little lemon. So I drop a slice in. The faint, refreshing sense of citrus tickles as it mixes with the stench of tobacco in my nose. This is a good spot. I lean against the pillar near the bar and touch the bottle to my lips, sipping the carbonated water. The tingling sensation it gives hits the spot. Couldn't be me. I don't know what's wrong with my body, with my tongue, my throat, but when I drink carbonation, it feels like tiny knives, like poking my mouth. I have baby mouth for some reason. I finally feel relaxed. I probably stand out amongst all of these other high-strung customers, but I'm not really paying them much attention. The reason I came here is to gather information. Yeah, I was gonna say, yep, on rumors regarding Maintain Aquarium. Probably, who's the bitch who killed my father? Surely any junior high school student in the metropolitan area has heard these stories. Like that on the day of a full moon, the water in the tanks turns to blood, or that fish with human faces swim about, or that those who get lost in the closed down deep sea fish food never come home, or the stories written on the internet. I can't simply dismiss these stories as meaningless. Murder that took place at Maintain Aquarium. The many rumors, it's that story in particular that gives me a sense that something is amiss in the real world. Look, when that woman, like, killed that guy, those fish must have ate... No, she killed the fish. How'd she get rid of the body? How'd she do that? Like, I was gonna say the fish ate him, but no. Where'd he and all those dead fish go? The reason why is because the director of Maintain Aquarium, my father, Sakuragi Iso, died at Maintain Aquarium. Yes, I know. The police records list his death as accidental. In reality, his death is a suspicious one with his cause unknown. There's only one way his body could have ended up torn to pieces in a tank at the aquarium. It's been about 5 years since then. So I was about 10 at the time. Despite how young I was, I didn't believe it was an accident. But with nothing to go on, I had to let it go. However, lately, I've begun hearing these strange rumors. The rumors started, it was strange that there was no origin to them. I began my search for a source about 2 months ago by hanging around here after hearing that someone from the club, Kagero, worked part-time in the court. It's gotta be Hiyoshi-san. I got my wish. It has to be him. We've met no other people other than the woman, but I think her ghost is like stuck there. But nothing's come of it so far. My efforts are fruitless this time. A night when there should be the most people here. Then I've resolved myself to change the location of my investigation. Oh, who's this? New character. Oh, this is a surprise. Someone speaks to me in the I'm not gonna know the Kansai dialect, that's for sure. Coming off as overly familiar because of it. She doesn't speak extremely fast, so she's probably from the Kyoto area, or somewhere around there. It sounds more elegant though, Osaka dialect. No, I got an ending. I got a ending. There were multiple endings. But I did start. I thought start meant like start of game again. But no, just nuke. I'm her now. I get backstory. Looking at the source of the voice, I'm a bit surprised. It's a girl younger than I. I thought she might be a female otaku with no one to talk to. But she's really quite intriguing. Couldn't be me. I couldn't be the female otaku with no one to talk to. Couldn't be me. That being said, she seems to be looking my way with an odd expression. What? You're creeping me out. Don't say that. I'm Miku! I'm Miku. Nice to meet you. Miku jump scare. I just see Miku and I just always think Hatsune Miku, so it's shock to me. You're not late at all, Matsuki. You're not. I want you to know, I played this game. And I started because I want to save this guy. And I thought I'd be starting from the beginning of the game again and skip through dialogue. This is a whole different story now. Just not the one I'm looking for. That person had worked part-time 5 years ago. So it couldn't have been this kid. Can't be employed until your first year of high school. Minato wears an outfit covered in frills that seem difficult to move in. She's dressed like my polar opposite. Her outfit is girly, with white as its face color. There's an 80-90% chance that someone dressed like that sees herself as cute. Not like me. Not like me, I'm emo goth. She's probably about 10 centimeters shorter than I am. Only upon sitting in one of the high counter chairs is she brought to my eye level. Hey, Sararagi-san, right? Minato greets me by my last name. In that moment, I became even more wary of her. I haven't told her my name. I don't like giving my name to people I don't know, so not even the staff or customers here know it. I glare warily at Minato. You make such a scary face. Do you not recognize me? Is that why you're looking at me like that? Of course not. We're from the same school. You're from Class B at Mitsuba Girls Junior High, right? I'm in Class A. We're next to each other. Huh? Mitsuba Girls Junior High is the abbreviated version of Private Girls Academy Mitsuba Junior High. Known throughout the city as a school for rich girls, it is part of a combined junior and high school. Just as Minato says, I am a student there. Since I haven't made any friends, I don't know any of my classmates, even though it might be uncommon that some of those classmates are people who like bands enough to come to a live music club. It's not abnormal. Especially going to, like, the Pleasure District. I can't believe they call it the Pleasure District. What a name. Can't name it the Red Light District, I guess. More than that, the fact that Minato is a classmate, is the same age, surprises me. From her feet to her head, I look over at Minato once more. To be sure, her outfit is unique and brand name, and her fluffy blonde hair shows scrupulous scrupulous. Music is pleasurable. I mean, you hear this music? Very high, lofty beats. Putting aside her annoying appearance, there are definitely many girls at Mitsuba like her. Still, she's so small I can't see her as anything but an elementary school student. Me and my 5'2" ass. Do you doubt me? I want to nod my head, but there's no malicious intent in her having learned my name. I can't see any point in her lying to me, so she must be telling the truth. So, what do you want? I don't want anything. I was just happy seeing a classmate at this hour. In a place like this, they wanted to talk to you. I see. Sorry, but I don't feel like chatting with you right now. Sayu-chan, you're like that at school too, right? You're never with anyone. So, it's no problem if I don't have any friends. More importantly, drop the Chan. I'm too busy trying to solve my father's murder. I don't need friends, baka. You're the same as me, huh? Huh? What kind of band are you here for, Saya-chan? Without going too deep, Minato changes the subject. She continues using Chan, and since I'm already struggling with her Kyoto dialect, there's a pushiness to her quiet demeanor that's hard to describe. Coupled with her tendency to do things her way, it's troublesome. As I remain silent, Minato puts her lips on the straw in her strawberry milk and looks at me with upturned eyes. Oh, that was her drink. It looks nice. I'm not after one particular band. If songs are good and the band is good, I'll listen, but I don't follow any of them. The fact that she doesn't look away until I answer is a bit frightening. I have no choice but to speak. While I do have my preferences, I'm not following one specific band. It's just a matter of those bands that I hear and consider good. Me. It's me. I just gotta find music the old-fashioned way, which is just randomly hearing it somewhere. Whenever I go to live music clubs, it's usually popular bands that aren't very good. I can't stand the ones who just rely on looking good, having a good MC, or acting stupid instead of having real substance. They're obnoxious. There's no point in declaring your success based on anything other than your music. No personality, just good music. That's why I dislike these visionless fools at live music clubs, getting their egos inflated by morons and prattling on about their dreams. She's so fucking harsh. I just like the morons who gratefully listen to those fools talking about their dreams even more. Well then, I have a band to recommend. You should give a listen to the one scheduled to go on right before the main cut. Main cut? Why did I say that? The main act? No. Then why did you come here? If you were just here for a certain band and left after, I'd understand. But if you're just vacantly listening, then you should stay till the end so you can learn which bands are good. In reality, I was planning to stay here until the end of the performance to see if anyone stood out to me. But I think I'd be forgiven for not wanting to spend extra time with Nato. Just leave her. From the looks of it, you and I don't share the same interests. That's fine. It was worth a try. I finally confirmed that despite what I say, Nato isn't listening at all. In contrast with her appearance, she's more stubborn than I thought. Since moving from here would come off as running away, it might offend her. Stay put. Whether she's satisfied or not, she sounds softly. I thought she would talk to me about many things, but she doesn't speak any further. She seems gloomy, giving the feeling that she was disappointed. My dark clothes did not tip her off that I didn't want to talk, apparently. Here we go. Sao-chan, they were good, weren't they? So-so. After the show, we head back to the station. I didn't really want to talk with her, but trying to convince her not to follow me is too much effort. The nightscape is terribly bright. No way, they had amazing rhythm. Silky Strawberry. Since Minato recommended them, I thought it would be a goth rock band or something, but they're actually a classic rock group. What did you think this girl was gonna recommend you? Look at her. She's innocent baby. The guitarist and vocalist in particular were the best I saw today. The main act, Aizayo, wasn't bad. It was just a major difference in their level of skill. Because of that, I sort of feel that it wouldn't be so bad if they were here the next time I came. Those lyrics, though, I can't get into them. Everything else was good, though. You're really sticking with no good and bad and they suck for your impressions of the other bands, though. Minato's more knowledgeable about music than I expected, telling me her impressions during breaks in the performances. The only thing she takes away from my comments are those 3 thoughts. There's no value to what I said, so it's understandable. Whenever there's a break in conversation, I realize that Silky Strawberry has come up every time. I can't get Silky Strawberry out of her head. Thinking back on it, the most unusual thing is that Minato and I don't talk about anything but music. It's more mysterious than suspicious. Speaking of which, I don't particularly initiate most of the conversation. Instead, I'm sulking over my inability to gain any information about Mantan Aquarium. My silence probably persists for 5 minutes. Minato was a slow walker. I thought about leaving her behind, but even I don't know why I didn't. The one to break the silence, though quite suddenly, is Minato. You know, I experienced something weird today. Oh boy. What do you experience, Miku? I don't respond, continuing to ignore her, but she continues her story anyway. You ever hear of Mantan Aquarium? I have. Before the event tonight, I used a year pass and went there, but... Year pass is the abbreviation for year-long passport. It's a ticket that allows you to enter as many times as you want. At 5,500 yen, tax excluded, you can get one after going to the aquarium 3 times in 1 year. Yeah, right now that'd probably be like 40 bucks. Furthermore, 5 years ago, they started selling a pass case set with an illustration of a photography kit. The premium version sold at 10,000 yen before tax. You have to really love that aquarium. It's fairly expensive, but the illustrator is popular with apparel companies, and the design containing all the fish is popular with young women, giving such goods a great deal of value. As additional perks to getting this premium version, you get the ability to visit the Mantan East building conversation deck as much as you please, as well as a 5% discount at some of the restaurants within the building. With so many perks, the year pass has become quite a hit. It was the idea of a Mantan Aquarium staff member, but the rumor is that they've since left the company. It's not unthinkable that it has some relation to the director, my father's, incident. With that in mind, I wait for the rest of Minato's story. That deep-sea fish booth was supposedly closed long ago, right? But I was able to go in. Moreover, there were fish inside. That's not all. The fish were swimming outside of the tanks. Huh? Are you stupid? The deep-sea fish booth is closed. Like you said, there shouldn't be any fish. Which is why I said it was weird from the get-go. I thought I was daydreaming. I got caught up in that feeling. And even spaced out for a bit. I don't remember everything from that time clearly. Minato was saying something strange. It's frustrating, but that's exactly why I can't ignore it. The story Minato is telling me is part of those ridiculous urban legends I'm investigating. Wow, who did you hear this story from? I didn't. It happened today, but I don't have anyone I thought I could tell. Really? Sometimes there are people who like spreading those kinds of rumors. I told you, I don't have anyone to talk about that kind of stuff. Hmm? In other words, Minato isn't the person I'm looking for. The one who spread the rumors about Mantan Aquarium. On the other hand, Minato's observations are in fact giving the rumors some credibility. You serious? I guess it's natural that you would doubt me after all. It's such a weird story, so I can forgive you for that. I find it weird myself. But I thought you might believe me, Sayo-chan. You barely know me. Girl, you barely know me. It's not that I believe you, but it isn't that I don't either. After I see this, the conversation ends. We walk on without a word, and although the distance to the station is short, it seems as if we go on forever. I really looked at that poster for a second, and I saw like the way the hair was on that one girl, and I was like, is that pretty derby? The fucking horses. Well, time to go home. I'm going this way. It seems Minato's going the other way. As we're about to part, I call after Minato. Ever since she told me about the bizarre thing that happened to her today, I've been wondering what I should do. I decided I should choose the most efficient option. Okay, I'm not as obsessed as other people are with those horses, okay? But I do love Gold Ship. I do love Gold Ship. Gold Ship's so silly and funny. Are you free tomorrow night? Yeah? Why? About the deep-sea fish booth you say you went to. I can't believe you if I don't see it with my own eyes. If you really did see it, then take me there. So you mean we'll go to Mantan Aquarium together? There is so many lesbians, so much Yuri in this game. All the girls are just getting together all the time. We're not going to have fun. We're going to do research. I'll be waiting at the coffee shop at Mantan Station at 5. Ocean cruising, right? Okay, I'll go along. For some reason, Minato looks happy. Even though I've asked her to be my guide, she probably isn't inconvenienced by it. And so, that's how I parted with Minato. Minato. So I gaze out the window of the train. I suddenly remember that, oh yes, tonight's the night of a full moon. The next day, I enter the coffee shop at 5 p.m. Come right on time, but there's no sign of Minato. Since I don't So that I don't participate in any clubs. I still arrive in plenty of time even after stopping off at my house. I take a seat by the window and order a club soda. The new sandwich posted by the door looks delicious. But as I'm not hungry, I don't order one. Buy it and save it for later. I wait for her for about 5 minutes. Sorry I kept you waiting. It took a little while to get changed. I thought that might be the case. I anticipated this by changing for coming. Be that as it may, in an area as heavily patrolled as Mantan, it's easier to move about in regular clothes than in school uniforms. Still, with Minato looking like an elementary schooler, I have my doubts as to how effective this will be. I have to protect her, she's a baby. Wait a sec. As soon as Minato arrives and puts her bag down, she stands back up right away. Some time passes before she returns, having bought a sandwich and iced cafe all light. I haven't eaten yet. Can we get a bite? You're asking me after you already bought it? Are you sober? Time to eat. I feel irritated, but Minato's cooperation in my investigation of Mantan Aquarium is essential. As Minato eats her sandwich, I drink my club soda little by little, slowly. It's the roast beef and mascarpone cheese sandwich that caught my interest earlier. The thick, acidic scent that wafts through my way is without a doubt a dressing with balsamic vinegar as its main ingredient. The seemingly homemade roast beef doesn't seem to have many slices, but each one is thick. The cooked parts and the tinge of redness seem to create a good balance. Sayo-chan, what's up? My horse. I am thinking of those horses. My mouth is watering for that food. Nothing. You want a bite? You want a bite? Say, Are you stupid? Oh, you don't? This is my first time eating with a friend, so I'm not good at reading the situation. I'm not so good at this kind of thing myself. Still, don't just call me your friend. Be sure, her observation was correct, but I don't exactly want her to share her sandwich with me. I'm going to have some, I'll buy my own. Minato eats the rest self-consciously. There's not really much conversation, and only when she's finished drinking her iced cafe au lait does she suggest, let's go. That was delicious, but I'm full. Probably ate too much. What? You knew you weren't going to finish it earlier? If I'd known, I would have accepted your offer. So it wasn't that you didn't want it? I have my reasons. Well then, let's try sharing next time. Yeah, I wonder if there will be a next time. The rumors of Mantan Aquarium as well as the truth. All of them might be revealed today. Yeah, I'm probably getting the backstory of how this girl got trapped. 2 hours later, our efforts prove fruitless as we stand stock still at the entrance. With no results, the air between us is gloomy. How weird. Yesterday, when I was walking, the door was wide open. I see. Do you hate me? Not in particular, although I didn't like you to begin with. I think just the discussion of whether or not I like her keep coming up. What's most important right now is asserting the truth of the rumors. Minato doesn't appear to be lying, in which case the mystery of the deep-sea fish booth deepens further. What was the difference between yesterday and today? We have no choice but to look back inductively. I wondered if it was because we were together, so we tried one at a time, but nothing changed. So what else? Minato appears to be in thought, but finally a troubled look appears on her face. And she answers with a tone of supplication. The difference? I don't know. Why? Well, tell me again, from the start. From the beginning? Huh? I came to have fun at the seemingly normal Mantan Aquarium. Some guy called out to me. Hiyoshi-san, is that your bum ass? Calling out. Why is he... You know what, maybe I shouldn't save him. He's constantly going after middle school girls. I heard him talking about Mantan Aquarium's urban legends. So we need to go get him. If we don't find him, we won't learn anything. You don't remember anything particular about him, do you? When he called out to me, I thought he was just hitting on me. He was a tall man, but anything more detailed than that, she says, looking flustered. I wonder just how optimistic we can be. If we're ambushed within Mantan Aquarium, we may actually meet the guy Minato was talking about. I quickly denied these thoughts. Despite hanging around Mantan Aquarium for a while, we find no clues, so we go to the club to do some research. How old is this guy? He's not middle school age, I'll tell you that. In other words, we're going completely in circles. It says it's combined of junior and high school. I mean, maybe they're high school. I don't think they're 18. I don't think they're legal. Hiyoshi-san looked like he was like 20s, like mid-20s. Sayo-chan, are you mad? I'm not really mad at you. Sayo-chan, you a detective or something? What? Are you stupid? You just don't talk like a normal person is all. Sayo-chan, are you investigating Mantan Aquarium? Doesn't matter, does it? Not good. I want to be your friend, Sayo-chan. I don't want you to hate me over something like this. Ridiculous. I clicked my tongue, then heave a sigh. Minao's point of view is always so different from mine. I have not the slightest idea of how the conversation ended up this way. Sayo's just always ending these conversations like blunt, like, stop. No more talk. This is enough. I'll investigate on my own. Sayo-chan? As I start to leave Mantan Aquarium, Minao calls out after me. If you have time this weekend, I want to come back here with you. If you're looking into those rumors, Sayo-chan, I'll help you. Why? I told you, didn't I? I want to be your friend. I want to do all kinds of stuff with you, Sayo-chan. Oh. That's why I'm asking you the reason why. Probably because you like music, and because you listen to what I have to say. But it could be something different. I don't really understand it myself. You have a connection. Just zing, pop. You looked into her eyes and you knew you were meant to be together. Because opposites attract. Doesn't matter to me whether or not you're with me. Thoughts aren't wrong. It's just that I'm asking for my own reasons. I say this curtly, and Minao looks down. After a brief pause, I continue. Next Friday, come here once more. I'll stop off at the cafe by the train station around the same time. Do as you like. Sayo-chan. Later. Okay, later. Even I don't know why I said it like that. It wasn't that I like or dislike Minato. She shouldn't mean anything to me. I don't feel at all like I've gotten any closer to the truth. Even so, I have a gut feeling that Minato's experience is directly connected to the truth. Even if Minato herself turns out to be useless, there's no mistake that something may have happened that involves her. Not even attempting to hide my irritation, I walk along clicking my tongue numerous times. After school, my homeroom teacher suddenly called me out. Minato Miku is home sick. I'm to take some important paperwork to her. I don't care if there are summons or exam results. I didn't pay attention. Oh god, did she get the worms too? And now she's slowly dying? If the family can't come, then friends are asked to deliver papers. When the homeroom teacher said this, my name apparently came up. I thought about protesting that. Since he was the teacher, he should take it himself. But then I remembered I was on cleaning duty, and I could use this as an excuse to skip out. It's better delivering something alone than having to do anything with my vapid classmates. After school, I'd change and head for the address the homeroom teacher gave me. So it's here. Even a private railway line from the west gate of Mantan Station takes about 10 minutes. I buy drinks at a supermarket near the station. It's not that far from the station, but even in the small distance I travel, I get the impression that I've long since left the city. Minao's home is on the 12th floor of an apartment building. The building is beautiful. It seems to have been built within the last 5 years. 5 years again, always 5 years. The entrance is serene, like a hotel lobby, illuminated by warm-colored lighting. I press the button for the intercom, and after waiting for about a minute, I hear Minato's voice. Hi! Hurry and unlock it. The auto lock is released and take the elevator up. It's wide enough to fit about 8 people in one car. The interior of your apartment shares its orange-colored lighting with the entrance. The door faces away from the highway, causing the neighboring apartment to seem close. Saya-chan, thanks! I just came because I was asked to. Manala's apartment is as pretty as I imagined it would be. There's little furniture and everything is kept meticulously tidy. I figured she would be bad at keeping things clean based on her carefree personality, but that doesn't appear to be the case. There are a few utensils in the kitchen. On closer inspection, that's just gathered in places out of reach. Well, that's a letdown. I can venture against the type of life she leads. I'll leave the documents on the table in your living room along with some sports drinks, club soda, and fruits. I'm opening your fridge. Hey, the meat and natto in here are going bad. Oh, why is she eating natto? Ugh. Yuck. The moment I open the fridge, foul odor wafts out. There's mold growing on the meat and the natto is impossible to describe. Without a single word, I toss them in the trash. Most of the trash appears to be wrappers for side dishes and junk food. Figures. She barely cooks at all. Even I'm not this bad. I had no idea. And that natto is already bad? There's a difference between fermentation and spoilage. Even though it's in the fridge, it's on the verge of going bad. Are your parents not around? Is that why you had me bring these papers in their stead? I borrow a glass and rinse it out, then pour club soda inside. I decide to have a drink before I head home and sit down on the sofa. Manala seems to have improved after having slept for half the day, so she pours one of the sports drinks I bought into a glass and sits down on the living room sofa. She sits down beside me, but it's a big enough sofa that it doesn't feel cramped. After taking a sip, Manala responds. You see, my mother's a single parent. Without loan, I'm less than satisfied. I glance at the clock and see that it's already 4:30 p.m. The numbers on the clock leave a bigger impression on me than Minato's lonely expression. It's definitely made in Italy. I look around. Nothing that noting that she owns many expensive things, including the furniture. Minato gives a small smile at that fact that I show no reaction. Cyrus saying something like that. It has nothing to do with you. That sad expression seems to be saying that it still isn't enough, but I don't exactly care to hear her story. Looking around her apartment gives me a general understanding, but those words confirm the fact that her mother rarely comes home. However, none of that has anything to do with me. Be alone like me. For some time, the only sound is that of the clock hand. Time passes as it plays a fixed rhythm. I clean up my empty glass and say to Minato, well, I have to go. Hey, Sayo-chan? Are we still on for visiting the aquarium we planned for Friday? Minato asked me this after I've stood up. It's not exactly a plan, but why wouldn't we be? My objective hasn't been met yet. You should know that much. Good. I'll see you then. See you then. We go to the same school, but weird is weird. This is how a relationship is. I don't want to be seen as being close to somebody. At least not enough so that they might think I have a friend. Which is a possibility if they see us talking at school. I have to keep my goth, lonely criteria up. I can't look like I have friends. I'll walk you to the entrance, she says as I'm already on my way out. Oh my god! No! She collapsed. Minato finishes speaking, but it's a dull thud that causes me to turn around. Minato? Minato has collapsed on the spot. I call out to her, but there's no response, so I walk back over to her. She's got the worms. When I touch her to sit up, I feel that she has a high fever. Following her fall, her breathing has become ragged. You pushed yourself too hard. Why? I didn't push myself too hard. You came all this way. I just wanted to talk to you. Don't talk. Anyway, you need to lie down on the sofa. It helps that the sofa is so big. As I help her, Minato lies down. Minato has misinterpreted things. Not that I came to her house for personal reasons, much less a chat, much less to see her fall down and die. However, now isn't the time to chastise her about such things. Minato's fever is very high. She's short of breath from sitting up. It seems to be getting harder and harder for her to breathe. I'm fine. Sayo, che. Don't speak. As I put my finger to her lips, like, shh, don't speak now. We're having our moment. I fill a bowl of water, dip a washcloth inside, place it on Minato's forehead. Sweat is building up, so I use a separate cloth to wipe it away. A little bit of sports drink should be okay, so I pour some in her mouth. I'm worried she'll become dehydrated. Then there's this May weather. It's been really hot lately, so she's probably really tired from that too. I will say, Japan May weather is insane. That's what. That's when we went for the Japan trip. That sun was crazy. It was only like 74 out or something, but that sun was so bright and so hot. That's basically all I can do, so I devote the rest of my energy to things like changing the water in the bowl. Her physical condition hasn't improved, but the symptoms have subsided somewhat. As this thought crosses my mind, I glance at the clock. 8 o'clock has already rolled around. Oh my god, I've been here that long now? She fell at around like 4:30. I've been here for 4 hours. Minato seems sleepy, so I leaned her on my shoulder and put her to bed. As I do, I decide I should leave. According to Minato, her mother should be home soon. Honestly, I feel worried about leaving her to a parent that lets her live this lifestyle, but Minato says that she's alright, so I give in. Worrying won't help. I've always had a strong constitution, but it's because of your eating habits. Say something to your mother tomorrow and reevaluate your diet. The cause is clear. Having suggested that, I can deal with later. Sayo-chan, I'll get better by Friday. Red flag moment, she's gonna fucking die by Friday. It's fine, so be quiet. I'll go to Mansion Aquarium regardless whether you're with me or not. There's no need for you to worry about it. So like you, Sayo-chan. I begin to hear the soft breathing of someone who's fallen asleep. As I take a step away, I think it over. I heave a sigh, realizing what happens from here on doesn't concern me. Get better soon. Otherwise, this will leave a bitter taste in my mouth. It's more likely than not that she can't hear me, but I realize at that moment that her breathing has gotten louder. Just like that, I leave Minato's apartment behind. I'm reading so good today. I read so good. I leave Minato's home behind. Oh boy, what is happening? What? What? Whoa! Oh, all right. Yeah. That was fast. That's some Doki Doki Literature Club moment. Apparently it was that very night that Minato left from her apartment building. She didn't crash into the ground, instead getting caught in a tree with almost no injury. But it seems she won't wake up. The point of the impact was probably pretty bad. There's also the possibility that she hit her head. I hear that it wasn't a suicide. I've heard talk that it was because she tried to sit out on her balcony. But that's hard to believe. All that's going around school is that the rumor that Minato took her own life. Being unable to wake up despite having no injuries. The rumor floating around the hospital is that she lost her life energy. The thing that a person needs in order to keep on living. I wish that at least the doctors would refute such nonsense. The worms! Those evil fish! The ghost fish are in her. They made her jump, and they're eating her life energy. That's what I'm gonna put my money on. It's only a matter of time before a mysterious jump becomes intertwined with the urban legends surrounding Mantan Aquarium. One of the most sensational things, with no basis in reality, became part of the rumors. Yeah, the bugs are back. Bugs are back with vengeance. I don't have any desire to track down the whole truth, so for me, the information I've gotten up till now on the subject is enough. Of course, it seems that she won't be coming back to school anymore. She isn't getting any visitors either. With nothing but answered questions, it seems I'm left with a bad aftertaste after all. It reminds me of the flavorless taste of club soda with no lemon in it. Oh man, this got tragic fast. We're back at the club, boys. I'm gonna dance my sorrows away. On Friday night, despite all this, I go to the coffee shop. Even though I know she won't come, I feel I should keep up my end of the promise. After I wait for an hour, Minato doesn't come. After that, I head for Mantan Aquarium alone. It's a fruitless endeavor. I couldn't find the one spreading all the rumors after all. Sounds like Silky Strawberry is performing again today. I sit down at the further edge of the bar and put my drink to my lips. After the director, you don't have to keep telling me. I know the director is your father. Passed away, my mother took custody of me. My mother divorced my father when I was still young. I don't know why they did it, but she probably had money issues with my business-consumed dreamer of a father. My mother lived with her parents, my grandparents. It's the daughter of the man who divorced their daughter. I was seen as nothing more than a burden, and those days were lonely and sad. Not a single member of my family came to the day of my junior high's entrance ceremony. When I came home, several days' worth of meals for me were in the refrigerator, and money for daily expenses far more than a student would ever need were left on the table. Back in those days, I hoped they'd still love me. They had paid for me to attend an expensive private school. But I got my answer. The impression I got from the neighbors was that the reason I was able to attend the private school was because of my father's insistence. On top of the desk was a memo pad with the words, "We'll be on a trip until next week," written on it, and money just left sitting there. The car had also disappeared from the parking lot. My school wasn't in the area, so no one knew when my entrance ceremony was. Sending me to a school so far away was the same thing as my mother putting me out of sight, out of mind. That was fine with me. I came to the conclusion that the reason my father had custody of me was because my mother hadn't wanted me from the start. Okay. Then on their way home, they all died in an accident. Of course! Of course. Of course they did. My mother, grandparents, and also a young man that was with them. So my inheritance passed down to me. There's a struggle against my relatives to see who would get custody of me. When I saw the amount of my inheritance, I realized the divorce was so that my mother's family's assets wouldn't be depleted by my father's debts. Oh god, I'm left with the debts. Rather than be sad, I looked to the future ahead. Used the name of some relative I didn't care for. I rented an apartment near the school I attended and, flowing through my inheritance, began living alone. Learning the full truth did not sadden me. Instead, on the occasion of my father's passing, the feeling I had that I was always alone was reiterated for me once more. When I come back to the present, Silky Strawberry is about to perform. Before the first song finishes, I leave the club. Tonight's song resonates too heavily within my heart. Come on, I have to run into Hiyoshi-san. I have to. On the way home, I'm reminded of when I walked to the station with Minato when I came here before. The lights of the town at night are so pretty. I realize I prefer walking alone. The moon isn't out tonight, though. I remember that ridiculous rumor. Like that on the day of the full moon, the water in the tanks turns to blood, or that fish with human faces swim about, or that those who get lost in the closed-down deep-sea fish booth never come home. What if the stories written on the internet? Not caring where I heard it, I clicked my tongue in the center of the road. The answer had been there from the start. The day that something would happen, that's... the full moon. Awooga. Several days later, I paid a visit to Mantan Aquarium. I occasionally hear about Minato's condition, but there's apparently no change. Today being Sunday, the town is full of people, but Mantan Aquarium is empty. Those rumors must have had some influence to them. Shortly after the incident with Minato, the rumor has gained even more credibility. Even without knowing the truth, somewhere subconsciously it must seem plausible enough. Let's go. Yeah, I'm locking in. On the day of the full moon, I'm ready. Even if it means losing my life to the full moon, I'll find the truth. Because there's nothing more I can lose. So she's right. She's lost everything. Before she realized it, the girl was standing before an imposing door. What is this? Very well, she wants to change ways. And finally she decided it was time to go home. Okay, this is the beginning of the game. figured out for side path. Or just she had hanging there. Breath. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the beginning of the game. If I remember it right. Or lots of glass tanks. Isn't this an exhibit? Yeah. Oh my god. What? Yeah, we skipped that. Sorry. Well, okay, yeah, what? Skip? Mari jump scare. Okay. Well... Okay, so here's Hiyoshi-san. I'm gonna try and hang out with him. Maybe I can find out more about him. I think he's the one spreading the rumors. I'm gonna be all, I'm sick, I'm hurt. Take care of me, grown adult man. You're not feeling well? I'm not. I'm not. I say as if I had flushed it out of me. Actually, it was less my physical condition and more what was on my mind. I was hesitant to explain that to a stranger from the get-go. Guess not. Your face looks really upset. You alright? Can you get back home? Need me to take you to the station? The smile he gives me baffles me. I'm sorry, that from the music was getting to me. The reason was because that smile seemed unnatural. I definitely had no recollection of him. I've never had this much contact with a man who is not a relative. No need to worry. I work part-time in this building, so I'm familiar with Mantan. Hey, what are you doing? Maya, what happened? It was called hitting on someone. Ugh. You're the worst. Mino pulls my arm with a jerk, pulling me backward. Then she inserts herself between the man and I. Hey, mister. Mino mutters, facing the man's chest. I'm hearing her say mister and giving me a puzzled look. The man shows us the plastic name tag hanging from his neck. I must have forgotten to take this off. Speaking of which, he did say he works part-time in this building. Yeah, I think this is all familiar. Hiyoshi-san calls out to Himino, who has said, later, let's speak rather than Himino, who hears him, spins around first. So I make contact with him and say, yeah, we'll hang out with him. We'll hang out with you, Hiyoshi-san. That's fine. I love that two objects are like, get the fuck away from us. Oh. Surprising how quick you get into a good mood. Oh my god. Why am I saving this fucker? Hiyoshi-san snaps his fingers and rushes to our side. Ow, ow. He's such a sex pest. She says this and Mino steps in front of me, makes a big X with both hands. Look, he seemed like decent at first. I have to go see where this goes now. Maya, don't be tricked by an old guy like him. He uses kind of words to get close to you, but he's thinking weird things inside his mind. Mino-chan, that's not it at all. What do you mean by weird things, Mino? You can't be this innocent. Well... Hiyoshi-san narrows his eyes and grins widely. Glosses over my question and asks, what, Himino-chan? For some reason, Himino's face goes red and she grabs me tightly by the waist. Oh, by the waist. By the wrist. Sexual harassment. Definitely sexual harassment, mister. Without giving Hiyoshi-san a second look, Himino drags me to the gate. Hiyoshi-san smiles and shrugs his shoulders. Okay, I'll skip again. I love all the noises. Oh, I can vomit. I can vomit this time. Oh, I can't take it. I gotta throw up. I throw up everything that welled up inside me. Just then all come up at once, taking 2-3 times of convulsing to get it all the vomit out. It was disgusting. Still more disgusting was the fact that the insects had gathered around my vomit as if it were a feast. What in the world was happening? Why did I have to relive these memories? I can't figure out the answer to my doubts. Not at all. I'll get the best ending now that I threw up on those fish. Just press on. I can't remember if I went back the first time. It's been a while. I don't think... Yeah, I have it, like, to there. Let me see if... Go back. Okay, that was a death. My bad. I will get all those death screens. Reload. Going back is dangerous. Spikes. No, I can't think of anything. There's Hiyoshi-san. He has to be Hiyoshi-san. Without hearing my response, he starts walking away from where the jellyfish was. His face's profile made me very assured. Let me check the log. Whoops. I go look for him in a chat for you. I'm more knowledgeable of this place. You wait here. Okay, I think I said please wait. I'll go. Oops. So I'll say please Hiyoshi-san. Please Hiyoshi-san. Trusting his masculine appearance, I bowed deeply. In reality, it was Hiyoshi-san had said. I had very little stamina to begin with. Now fatigue was... Yeah, that was something I didn't do before. Fatigue was building up inside me. Deciding to stay standing up was good, as these heavy legs of mine were proof of it. I cannot be near this man or he will go insane, apparently. As for things with him, it would be best to talk them through later. If we talked them over in this tense state, we would probably just get into another argument. Hiyoshi-san might even serve as a mediator. Yeah, the guy she said was sexually harassing me will be a great mediator between us. As expected in this gloomy building, he didn't have to walk far before he disappeared. The sound of his gradually fading footsteps had also disappeared. The only thing I could hear nearby was my own breathing. That's why that high roaring scream pierced right through my eardrums. What? Not again! I'm trying to save your ass this time, bro! It was a scream that seemed to have echoed through every corridor. No, and out of the whole building. It wasn't just someone shouting, but someone crying out as if splitting apart the throat. At the sense of impending danger that voice bore, my own throat began to tighten. That scream. That voice wasn't merely familiar. It was the voice of Hiyoshi-san, who had been right in front of me just 1 minute earlier. After that single loud scream, I could no longer hear his voice. Hiyoshi-san? I quickly stand up, running to the source of the scream. This place connects to the tube tunnel booth and the souvenir shop. That's where I heard the voice come from. I run toward the tunnel tank. Huh? Hi, Chan. I told you to wait there for me. What? More importantly, that scream a minute ago. Did something happen? Hiyoshi-san is sitting at the entrance of the tunnel tank, not far from the aquarium entrance. At my question, he gives the wishy-washy reply of, "You're worried about me. I'm so happy. Shut the fuck up, dude." Nah, it's a somewhat embarrassing story, but it looked like there was a person floating inside that tank. Under the circumstances, it just surprised me. Person in the tank. Speaking of which, he may have mentioned something like that, but I'm glad. I thought you'd gotten caught up in some terrible situation like I had earlier. I was relieved from the bottom of my heart. Following that relief, I became aware of my own fear of being isolated again. Chuckling, Hiyoshi-san scratches his head. Say, What did you do? What did you do? I never got to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Huh? It all took place in a matter of seconds, leaving me unable to make a sense of what had happened. However, I gradually realized what was unfolding before my eyes. From Hiyoshi-san's neck up, I could see through to the tank. I didn't understand what I was seeing. In other words, his head was no longer where it should have been. Having lost a piece of himself so valuable to the human body, he collapsed slowly on the spot. From there, he never moved again. How am I letting this man die? Literally, my goal was to save him, even if he has been a sex pest so far. My choices have gotten him killed. Soaking up the blue lighting, his reddish-black blood spread across the floor. Yeah, how the fuck did this happen? No! This time it was my turn to split my vocal cords. What got him? What got you, bro? Why? How had he gotten like this? What could have happened to left him in this state? Hiyoshi-san's head tumbles to the ground and catches my eye. His eyes are wide and his pupils dilated. The grin I had seen hours earlier still spread across his face. There are marks at the nape of his neck, as if his head had been bitten clean off. Hiyoshi-san. I intended to run, leave the dead Hiyoshi-san. Whatever left those bite marks wasn't so nearby. But I couldn't do it. It got me too! What is getting us? The evil shark? It hurts. The area below my knees had become pitch black. My boots. Mom, don't bring up your stupid ass boots. There's no pain. Only the visualization of pain running through my mind. Despite losing my legs, I can't actually feel the pain. Of course not. That body of mine has lost its legs. I'm watching it from a separate place. The subject point of view would have been impossible while I was alive. My head was already just like Hiyoshi-san's, just rolling around on the floor. The cold temperature of my blood, that was the last thing I felt. Right before I lost consciousness, I saw its unbelievable true form through the wavy mist of my fading vision. With many fangs and a giant body. It was a fish. Look, I'm trying... Decapitation 1? That was 2 decapitations, actually. But look, I'm trying my damnedest to save this man. I don't know, she said a fish? I was gonna assume like a shark. Okay. Okay, bro, I'm going with you. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a fish. And before I believe we did get a better look. Which, like, shockingly didn't kill us. Let me check. Yeah. At any rate, let's head inside. I suggest to him. Yes, we should. It'd be good to get a look at something. Are you fucking kidding me? I never got to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Huh? It all took place in a matter of seconds, leaving me unable to make sense of what had happened. However, I gradually realized what was unfolding before my eyes. Again? How is this again? What the fuck? I'm just trying to save this guy. This Mansion Aquarium wants him fucking dead. I can't believe... Oh, this must be... Is this... Yep, Decapitation 2. I was saying, because I'm like, it's not letting me skip it. This is crazy. I'm just trying to save bro. Hold on, CG gallery. God, there's a good chunk. I'm not like going to 100% this, no way, but I'm slowly filling up these bad ends, that's for sure. Okay, load. Okay, we get a better look. Hiyoshi-san has his stroke. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I can't remember when I started, like, saving. Okay, before I think I kicked him. So shake off his right hand. Yeah, I have to get his hand loose. As I try to loosen the hand clutching my leg, he frantically pushes me off. As if pushing against a rock, his hand remains unperturbed. Well, yeah, he's a grown-ass man. No way. Even giving those words from form can't change reality. No good. Gah. Bro, he lets out a groan. Hiyoshi-san's left hand reaches for me. His movements are slow, but his fingers are moving in my direction. Hurry. I have to hurry and get him off me. As before, Hiyoshi-san's hand won't move. It has an uncanny strength. Even trying to loosen his fingers one by one, my strength is no match for his. What should I do? Then I realize I'm concentrating too hard on my left leg. He has latched onto my right leg with that same strength. What? Having grabbed onto both my legs, I have no room to put up a fight and pull closer to him. His bloodshot face appears right before my eyes. His pupils are split in opposite directions, much like a fish's eyes. So, very well. You all will. What comes from Hiyoshi-san's mouth are not words. Without realizing it, I stopped listening to him. Ow! Oh, Plex is getting kind of spooked. He's gotta hold my grippers. He is definitely splitting apart my legs with all his strength. Intense pain shoots through me as if my leg is being torn off at the hip. Even as I try to escape, my legs will not move at all. On account of him lifting me by my legs, my torso goes limp, as if hanging in midair. No, Hiyoshi-san. Bucky the grappler shit. This stench is Ruka, Miki. Either one is fine. Oh. My words suddenly no longer reach him, but that is for the best. I can no longer hear his words either. When I open my eyes, Hiyoshi-san is no longer— oh! He's just gone! Moreover, I no longer care about him. Losing consciousness was surely to prevent my mind from going all to pieces. Really, what a useless effort. Seeing as how my body has already all gone to pieces. This is the stream where I get all the bad ends. Like, can I really not save this guy? Hey, Maintain Aquarium really said this guy is a sex pest. Kill him. Death. Okay, call out frantically. Yeah. Hiyoshi-san, what's wrong? Please come back. Even after what he's done to me, I still resist using violence against Hiyoshi-san. Of course, I take into account that my strength would be no match for his. More than anything, he had saved me at the jellyfish booth. This one who saved my life. My only thought is that I have to save him. Gah! Hiyoshi-san, calm down. It's alright. It's alright. You all. Ouch! Ignoring my attempt to calm him, his large arm tenses, shooting out towards my leg. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Even so, call his name. Hiyoshi-san! Even so, I want to save him. This isn't something that comes from some sense of duty or ethics. Just for myself. I want to save him. You all. After all, you won't even... As he scales my body, I somehow keep him from grabbing both my legs. Thanks to the fact that he is distracted, I am somehow able to get through the movement without being grabbed. You won't even... Hiyoshi-san, what exactly do you... You all won't look at me. He's being denied pussy. He's rizless. He's got no bitches. He's so desperate. After all I've done for you, the nice guy always finishes last. You all won't look at me. His words get caught up in my chest. Won't look at me. This thought seems to have been etched into his deranged mind. However, denial comes first in my mind before any question. That's not true, because if I weren't looking at you, I wouldn't be thinking that I want to help you now, would I? You, Hiyoshi-san, Hiyoshi. If you didn't know his name! I know his name's Kenji, I saw it a lot. I do want to see what happens if I say the wrong name. I call his name, no it is enough, so... Shinji, get back in the fucking robot! Shinji-san, having been called by his name, the hand reaching toward me slowly lowers. Although the hand clutching my leg does not loosen, it is correct to say that he has stopped. Good. His name's right there. Huh? Me, please look at me. Yeah. Having suddenly broken his silence, Hiyoshi-san grabs onto my right leg with both hands. He pulls me towards himself with his cheek. He goes to my legs apart, scraping the floor. Come closer as I resist. No, please stop. Yeah, I want you all. You all too. Ow, it hurts. It hurts. Grabbing it tight onto my buttocks. He bites at me with the same vigor he had attacked my leg. Get out of here. No. With a sensation as if I'd been pricked by a single needle, my skin bristles in sync with the flow of my blood. Yo, he eating that ass. He's eating good tonight. All four of his sharpened cuspids pierce my flesh, biting into me little by little. Penetrating my skin, vicious liquid runs down along the contours of my buttocks. Why is he eating my ass? I know he's got the munchies, he's had that before, but... let me go. All the same. No, get away from it. You, too. No, no. His white teeth are dyed red with my blood. Once his cuspids are completely covered in red, a satisfied expression appears on his face. He removes his teeth he had pierced me with. Hiyoshi-san wipes away the blood trickling down my butt with his tongue. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god. Jail. Immediately to jail. The sliding sensation creeps up my inner thigh, causing a ticklish sensation in addition to my disgust. That's it. This is good. That reaction. No, no, no. With a look of ecstasy on his face, he stares down at me. The hand clutching my leg has let go, but my whole body has gone limp. Let him die, frankly. I know, he kind of needs to die now. I become aware that the area around the wound is gradually going numb. It's similar to the feeling of receiving anesthesia at the hospital. Even though I want to move, even though I want to run, my body won't listen to a thing I say. This is all you're good for. What the fuck? Please stop. You won't look at me. I'll do this. Even if it's bad, even in exchange. Stop. What the fuck is happening? I've lost consciousness. My heart, there's no one around me to tell me the answer. Floating in darkness, I can no longer see. My eyes refuse to open. That's because this is, so to speak, the end of me. I don't know what I expected. I was not expecting ass eating. That's for sure. Eating ass of like a high schooler or middle schooler from like a 20-plus-year-old is definitely not allowed in this aquarium. He probably needs to be on the banned list, if not go straight to jail. I feel like Kenji will give me the same answer, but let me just check. Name, okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure if it did the same thing or if it'd be like slightly different. I mean, Kanji's kind of close to Kenji. Now, Nettis, there isn't a rule specifically stating to not eat ass in the aquarium. So, I mean, who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna point to the rule book and said you can't eat ass in the aquarium? No one. Kenji-san. Having been called by his name, the hand reaching toward me slowly lowers. Though the hand clutch in my leg does not loosen, it is correct to say that he stopped. Kenji-san, it's... Oh, right now, I'm looking right at you. For some time, this serene period continues to permeate my entire being. Unable to relieve the tension, I stare at the suspended Hiyoshi-san. Is that so big? Mari? You took over this fucker? Suddenly, the voice passes through my brain, piercing the silence, then just as suddenly cuts off. What? That you, Mayu-chan? What the fuck? Why were you eating my ass, sister? Why was my little sister willing to eat my ass? That is really weird out of context. It's even weird in context, but it's way worse out of context. That's just how girls are. You know, boys will be boys, girls will be girls. Kenji-san. Just now, for a second. Mari's voice. I started to say, then shut my mouth. I get the feeling that her voice has reverberated down this passageway, but Mari is nowhere in sight. Maybe it's just an auditory hallucination like that one from when we came in. A refreshed expression appears on Hiyoshi-san's face, as if a demon had been expelled from his body. Ai-chan, what on earth? Yeah, why was I eating your ass? You don't remember anything? Don't remember? Remember what? Nothing, you just acted funny for a bit. Oh, his voice is normal now. I was still doing Mari. If that his voice had returned to normal, I tell him what happened over the last several minutes. Of course, I take the edge off of some of the frightening things Hiyoshi-san had blurted out. It isn't that I don't still feel worry of him, but at any rate, what had happened wasn't the norm. I'll say, I come to an agreement with myself that the version of him I had saved is a separate person. What are you saying? Anyway, sorry it wouldn't be enough, Mai-chan. I've hurt you, haven't I? Well, I'm sorry. I really am. So sorry. All I can do now is apologize. No, that's not... Could you let go of my leg? Huh? Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. Get off me, pervert. Arching his eyebrows upward, Hiyoshi-san releases my leg. He probably stayed unaware of it because of concentrating on what I was telling him he had done. I thought him a lighthearted person, but he's definitely earnestly taking in what he had done. Watching him as he bites down on his bottom lip so hard it bleeds, I decide to believe in his honest nature. I take a breath and rise to my feet, calling out to him as he remains with his head down. Are you alright now? My body still feels stiff. You think you can stand? Somehow? Yeah, oof. Resting his hand on his knees, he pulls his large body up. Oh. Huh? Again? Grr. A girl's voice echoes in my mind. A voice that whispered to me here in this aquarium. My little sister's voice. Little sister, get out of him! Get out of Hiyoshi-san! Almost in time with my first station, Hiyoshi-san grimaces once again. Crap, my head. Hiyoshi-san! I have no time to worry about Mari. I have to worry about my main man, Hiyoshi-san. Having stood up almost halfway, Hiyoshi-san crumples as if his strings had been cut, tumbling to the floor of the passageway. I rush over to him, grabbing him by the shoulders instinctively. Don't worry. Huh? It's not unthinkable that I might revert to the way I was earlier, right? If I do, leave me. Go on. If I leave, you'll bite my neck out. But, you don't need to worry. I'll be fine. Crawling across the floor, Hiyoshi-san rests himself against the wall. Gripping his head with one large hand, he turns to me with a pained expression. He is sweating profusely and struggling for air, taking deep breaths. Despite the state he is in, the corners of his mouth twitch up with a Aren't you going to look for your friend? I'll follow you later on, so just go. But... Go! His bellow drowns out even my own breathing, reverberating down the passageway. For some time after he closes his mouth, the air seems to quiver. However, I do not find him or his sudden outburst frightening. Hiyoshi-san. It hurts. It caused you pain. Mayu-chan, you don't need to worry. If I rest a bit, I'll be fine. So... I understand. Are you sure? On my own, it's been nothing but frightening experiences. As he closes his eyes, he gives me a thumbs up. His haggard breathing continues as he deals with his own impending madness. He's trying to tough it out so he doesn't hurt me again, spitting puddles of sweat on the floor. He is seriously worried about me. Therefore, I also need to seriously trust in him. No matter how many times I want to look back, I fight off the impulse and, at a quick pace I'm not used to, I put the passageway behind me. I'm determined to save this man. As soon as the door between us, put my ear against it and listen to sounds the passageway I left. However, it is only my own violent pulse and not Hiyoshi-san's breathing that I can hear. He was in a strange state. My mother had once had a high fever, but Hiyoshi-san seemed like he was suffering even more than that. In spite of the circumstances he had pushed me to go, since I was worried about him, he was giving my situation priority. I'll come back, no matter what. I muttered to no one in particular. She's muttering it to me because she knows this run. I'm trying to save him. He keeps dying. That's right. This is... Oh yeah, we've been here. I think I read more. Let's see. Yeah, I did. So let me... go back. I'll keep going. Close to guidebook with a slam. Other than the map, the rest is just information introducing the aquarium and doesn't seem as if it'll be of any use. I say, even though that helps me with the orcas later. I want to read through this later. Oh my god, the squishy noises. Save. Did I stay with her? I did not. I did not stay with her like this. Yes, that's best. The possibility that I might be able to save her is low, isn't it? It isn't zero, but it's close to it. I can't carry her around the aquarium with me, so I'll definitely have to leave Himino here in this shed. In that case, there's no guarantee I can get back here. But things like the rupture at the jellyfish booth and Hiyoshi-san's son change. The dangers present in Mantan Aquarium are innumerable. If I die along the way, it'll be what you'd call a dog's death. Separated from Himino, the both of us dead. No, I want us to be together. We will die and become Yuri ghosts together. Still squatting, I hold Himino's even tighter. Her feverish body occasionally chokes up. Then Himino vomits several nematodes. Several parasites squirm at the base of my throat. It's alright. It's okay. No matter what, it's okay. As long as I'm with Himino. I have no idea how much time has passed. I no longer have a sense of time. No more than an hour could have passed. My body is no longer my own. It's the nematodes. The depths of my body have been corroded with fever. I no longer have feeling in my hands or feet. I can no longer feel the softness and warmth of embracing Himino. My vision is filled with countless lines. Oh! She got them worms! She needs to go to the vet. It feels as if something is actually crawling on my eyeballs. Couldn't be me. This is my body at the moment. The lines covering my vision are probably all the same as the bugs eating away at Himino's body. But this is fine. As long as I can be with Himino. Before I realize it, my own consciousness has melted away. I can no longer see Himino's smiling face. We will die together with worms. Yellow completed 50% of the bad endings. Look, majority of those who's trying to save Hiyoshi-san, okay? Okay. Load. Okay, look for a way out. I mean, at least someone hasn't eaten my ass again. I got that going for me. Okay. Maybe if I go back the way I came this time, he won't eat my neck out. Oh, cool. It's blocked, so this is new. Over, I'm concerned about Hiyoshi-san's condition. Just before I came to the stage, his sanity had returned. Walked across the center of the stage, I head for the door that connects to the passage. Do not eat my neck out, dude. Whoa, it got dark. I opened the door cautiously, peering in through the crack. With no hint of a person in the darkness, I opened the door all the way. Huh? No one's here. There are no signs of human life, just the sound of machine engines going whir, whir, echoing. The gray tone of the walls, contrasted with the pale glow of the fluorescent lights, is eerie. At a bit of a loss, I decided to head back to the stage. Okay. Even though he couldn't move, he did come to the stage for some reason. I can think of several reasons, like that his physical condition deteriorated or that he had gone crazy. In the end, the fact that he decided not to join me remains the same. Hiyoshi-san. He had urged me to keep going. Not being able to see him has me worried, but I will keep moving. The game is telling me so hard to leave him, and I'm trying my damnedest not to. Okay. I don't think yeah, I saved her before. I'm curious what happens if I just leave her. Hiyoshi-san, Hiyoshi-san, no, fuck everyone else. No, I can't worry about that right now. I avert my eyes from the girl and the orca, backing against the wall as much as possible. Against the wall, I stealthily move on, a step at a time. I'm sorry for the girl, but I have no time to waste right now. I have to help Himino as quickly as possible. Trying to make no noise, I head cautiously for the exit of the passage. Ugh. I was about to say, I could just skip her. I could just let her die. Oh, those orcas are upset. With several meters remaining, my ears suddenly begin to ring. Huh? What? I'm spinning round and round. Their echolocation. Immediately after, I lose the ability to stand. Baffled at the suddenness of what is happening, I collapse on the spot. No. No, why? Since it isn't as though anyone will answer, I struggle to pull myself up. Getting a grasp of the floor is as impossible as trying to grab a bubble. My vision is spinning, leaving me unable to grasp whether the floor is the wall or the wall is the floor. Gradually, breathing begins to feel difficult. I can't breathe. I can't get enough oxygen. I'm in the fucking ocean again, aren't I? Yep, I'm in the ocean. Before I know it, I'm in the ocean. I struggle to right myself in this unchanging ocean with no up or down. There's no ground that makes it impossible to do something like stand. In the orca hunt, they fire off ultrasonic waves. This causes their prey to lose a sense of equilibrium in their semicircular canals. Long ago, I heard that somewhere. So it's already too late. I am prey, merely bait for a predator to feed on. Becoming their focus before I realize that 3 orca are swimming around me. Having no sense of equilibrium, there's no way I can tell which orca is to the left of me and which is to the right. Time to get chomped on. Adjacent to my spinny vision is a dark brownish red clump. The deep red liquid flowing from that clump blends with the seawater. Ugh. Whether I flee or not, my fate has been decided. Within this ocean where I cannot see the bottom, I await the same conclusion as that piece of meat. With me chosen as their next target, I will be eaten by those orcas. The tips of those tapered teeth sink into my skin. Being torn apart is just as it is explained in reference books, the orca taking my arm completely off. No scream will come out. That's because my voice dissolves into the water. That distinct pain detaches me from reality. But I still haven't eaten ice cream with Himino. Those words appear, vaguely out of place in my wavering consciousness. I can think of nothing but saving Himino. And Hiyoshi-san, don't forget my man. So I'm sure she'll be happy. A neck smashed by teeth. What a name. That's my sex best. Didn't she? Look, I'm determined to save this sex pest now. The game wants him to die. So, I have to save her. Computer. I did all those, if I remember right. Clear away from the orcas. What? It's only a second later that I feel something strike my back. It's so hard, it's incomparable to bumping into people in town. I pitch forward and fall. This I apparently have not done. Yeah. That scream is involuntary. Little by little, the area around my neck starts to hurt, and I scream once more, again with my neck. My breath grows light. Air is blowing out of the hole that has opened in my neck. After a while, my screams will not even come out anymore. An orca is right in front of me. The 3 orca had been with that girl. And one more was right where I'd been heading. It's useless to wonder about where it came from. With the orca swimming in the air, the concept of space itself has become more ambiguous. My body is overrun with the orca's small, sharp teeth. I'm about to hit that 75% bad endings real soon. I try to raise my voice, but I realize my mouth is full of seawater. But before I figure out what's going on, I'm in the ocean. I'm in the fucking ocean again. My body gradually floats upward. I'm not just in the ocean, but it seems I'm in the deep part of it. So I try to fill my chest with air. Water flows into my lungs. But, yep, I'm dying. I'm dying, Squirtle. Yes, you too. My eyes is one solitary red eyeball. Let's both curse this aquarium. Mari, what are you doing? I didn't want this. Who is that? From someplace up high, I'm following a pink shadow. It's moving. I mean, this is different. Maybe I got enough bad endings. This is giving me a little treat. It's moving beneath me. Mayu? Where are you? I see. She's alive. If so, then I need to bring her with me. Into this malevolent aquarium. Chains of descent. I became evil. Evil. Man, that director's vengeance and all those hundreds of fish. What was the exact number? Like 12017? What? I mean 1,217 fish or something? They make us evil. machines with the computer. Use a sense of hearing. Yep. Save. Save what was the log? Shot in the square. To my knowledge, that I have tested that theory. Getting out of here together with some impression because I still have to save you. Do what you want. Come with me? I did not do this. Okay. Then come with me. Don't treat me like a child. I have no desire to run away from this place. The girl rejects my proposition flat out, giving the impression that she would never accept. Quoting her pace, she walks back in the direction of the previous room. But I was planning to go this way too. Oh wait, did I? Oh, let me just test. Okay, let's go together. Go together. Okay, I just wanted to test. I mean, it's basically the same. Save. I think before I was like, I need to save Himino because she's actually alive. So I have to save Mari. Save Mari. If I were to guess based on what was written in the diary, then Mari wandered into the closed down area of Mantan Aquarium. If that's the case, I have to bring her home. You know, she's totally fine. I'm just hearing her voice, seeing hallucinations of her. And she's been gone for 5 years. She's fine. Even if I flee this Mantan Aquarium to save Himino, I can't just leave Mari behind. There's no way I can prioritize one over the other. Even so, I have to move forward. Time to go. As I say this, I reach to the door to the staff room. I'm taking my sips. After I leave the staff room and walk for a bit, the entrance gate appears in my line of sight. This is... Oh, did I do? Yeah, I did this. Body. No, I should stop, because what I went through before. Thank you for the hydration. Yeah, I'm gonna say, you're mean. We should go in together and die. You're mean. I want somebody to take care of you. I'm making the best choice. Anyway, if you die in there, your friend dies too, so make sure to come back. You don't need to say that. I've already made up my mind to go. Well, I'll wait for you without worry. Okay. Okay, the frogs will be in here. It's Hiyoshi-san, it's Kenji. It's Kenji-san! I need to rescue my man. Okay, but who in the world is playing this and would go for him first? Like, trying to save him first, of all people. It's Kenji-san. This is Kenji-san's. I heard the Hiyoshi-san's had before we entered Mansion Aquarium. There's no picture on it, just the words, but I remember it. Frog. Before I ran straight through, I was fine. I'm gonna go around, which will probably kill me. I can't. It's no laughing matter if I fall, so I'll go that way. Do you doubt me? Huh? You get that you don't have time for that, right? Did she just leave? The girl speaks in a cold voice and closes the door. As I'm recognizing my suddenly slowed heartbeat, the rain stops. The sprinklers have been turned off. What? She left me. Bitch, you're too slow. No words will come out. Even as I come to understand my circumstances, I cannot say anything. Oh, those frogs are gonna poison me. The frogs cannon continues. As they hop freely about, they spray liquid all over. Frightened, I kicked the bright red frog at my feet into the air. His crushed with a splat, his venom wetting the tips of my toes. Hot! I screamed this word reflexively. Actually, ouch would probably fit better than hot. Shaking, I looked down at my feet. My right big toenail slowly melting away. Why? It's because of no damn boots! Spray from raising my foot so high scatters about, some of it getting in my left eye. My vision fades in sync with the intense pain. The stench of acid grows stronger once more. I have to get to the door. She does deserve this. I hate her boots so much. They're ugly. Enduring the pain, I take a step. I crush several frogs. Even the sensation of slippery meat, the fluids that scatter about, strike me around the knees. As I take my second step, I lose my balance. I can't balance on the leg that has melted. But it doesn't hurt. Why? Because your nerves are fried off. I quickly get my answer. Yep, my nerves have already been paralyzed. As long as I can't feel the pain, at least not the intense pain of my flesh melting. I laugh naturally. Even though my body has begun to deteriorate, I feel no agonizing pain. How strange. My fading consciousness. I keep thinking that I should at least try to laugh. Death by frog. Man, is that false indecision? Girl really said, stay there and die, and I did. Actually, what happens if I say... Okay, it's no different. Just in case that has lasting consequences, Kenji-san. It runs straight through. Father. Move on, because go back kills me. Okay, this time I'm gonna actually try to stop her. I'm not gonna let her be killed. Stop her. I attempt to leave my safe space, but I cannot find a break in the wall. There should be a door somewhere. Even as I think this, I cannot find a doorknob in the darkness. To keep my eyes on the both of them, I decide to search the area connected to the Fish of the World booth. The quarrel continues, the girl using her hand gesture to get Saginuma-san's attention. In contrast, she merely looks down on the girl. From my perspective as an outsider, it doesn't look like she's even paying attention. It's so funny if, like, people were just watching me from, like, this stream of playing this game and none of the others, and they're gonna be like, who the hell is this bitch? Even though she's, like, the main villain. What could have happened? What in the world could have happened to bring them to such a climax? Though I have many questions, it's unlikely that I'll get any answers. A sad expression appears on the girl's face for a moment. Okay, yeah, I'll say... Okay. She just dies. Oh! Kenji! He's to the rescue! Get him! Get him, boy! Get him! Above you, Mayu-chan. Huh? That voice. What breaks through my bewilderment is something reminiscent of a man's voice. Looking up, I breathe a sigh of relief at the words piercing through as I'm lifted in sync with the voice billowing, "Let's go!" The sensation is different from floating, more like my body's being pushed. I hear the voice from below say, "Oof!" just as I'm about to hit the ceiling. I place my hands against it. There should be a handle above you. If you pull that, a ladder will come out. Right. I look down to give my reply and finally confirm the voice's owner. It's got a firm grip on the left and right side of my hips, raising me several meters in the air. It gives me the stable feeling of a father sitting a child on his shoulders, not letting me slip. Kenshi-san! It's fine, just open the door. Alright. From there, you can pass through the passageway above and go to the other side of the tank. I got it. Get her! Get her! If you don't hurry, that girl will die. Right. I slide my hands across the ceiling, searching for any bumps or grooves. I find something sooner than I expected. I give a good pull on that bump. With a clatter, the ladder on the other side of the door swings down. I reach for it before it drops all the way. I've got this. Alright, I'll be there in a bit. Yeah, beat her ass. Inside the ceiling, there's a passageway I have to crouch down to walk through. To the left and right of me are machines with meters attached. Surely they regulate the booth below. After 10 meters, I've come far enough to have passed the barrier between myself and 2 girls. Still bent over, I quickly move on and push open the door at my feet. Hopefully your head isn't too crushed in yet. Kick it in! The it Kenji-san is referring to is the metal grate serving as an exit. Twisting my body inside the narrow passageway, I kick downward with all my might as he told me to. With a loud clang, it falls to the ground inside the Fish of the World booth. What? I can immediately see Saginuma Riko, shaken by the wire mesh that just fell. She takes a step back from the girl. I jump down, following the momentum of my kick. It's far from a clean landing, but at least I don't hurt my leg. As I straighten myself up, Kenji-san follows behind me. Get him! Get her! Get her, Kenji! As she becomes aware of a third intruder, Saginuma Riko takes several more steps, putting distance between us. Ignoring her, I rush to the girl's side. Are you okay? The girl is lying down with her eyes closed, having lost a great deal of blood. Those blank eyes I saw from the other side of the acrylic window are now shut. I place my hand on her chest, trying to find her pulse. I can hear it. The sound itself seems to be very quiet. Still, within her soft breast, the resonating vibration is definitely reaching the palm of my hand. As if in response to my voice, I can hear the girl click her tongue in annoyance. She doesn't seem to have regained consciousness yet, but there's no mistake that she is showing her emotions. You. Even though I know she's still alive now, I still can't lose focus. I listen carefully to the conversation Saginuma Riko and Kenji-san hold as they stand facing each other. Why are you here? Why are you here? Their words cut each other off, leaving only silence between the two of them. Do you know each other? That is my son, my deadbeat pest. Sex pest of a son. Neither will answer my question. Oh my god! Kenji-san shoves Saginuma Riko away. With his thick arms and large body, it takes a little effort for him to throw her into the wall. Because you're here! Before she can straighten herself up, he grabs her by the collar and thrusts her into the wall with a great deal of force. Oh my god, kill her! He's doing it! Having slammed the back of her head against the wall, Saginuma Riko begins to bleed, leaving traces of blood on the wall that look as if someone dipped a cloth in red paint and scrubbed the wall with it. God damn! I need that man muscle. This is quite different from how it was when Saginuma Riko was trying to kill the girl. Kenji-san, please help me. Treat this girl for now. He is most likely trying to protect us. Who knows when Saginuma Riko, who sought to kill the girl without hesitation, will target me. Honestly, I'm afraid of her. I have a terrible gut feeling about her. Still, in this moment, Kenji-san seems to be acting completely out of rage. This is far more terrifying to me. Yeah, you're right, Mayu-chan. I thought I was about to have to, like, make a choice of either let him kill her or actually help save Sayu. Kenji-san slowly straightens his hunched over body and turns back to me. What is this angle? God damn! She got that cake. Gah. Yeah, ooh, man. Applying pressure to her head, Saginuma Riko crawls along the floor, moving away from us. She seems to be quite shaken. I suppose that's not unreasonable. There's no way I can sympathize with her. At the same time, I don't want her to go any further. What is that? As I watch Saginuma Riko retreat, I sense that bad feeling once more. I totally recognize what it is. Alright, no. An almost black drop of light leaves from Saikinu Mariko's body. It doesn't quite act like blood. Drops are leaking from the wound on the back of her head. Swells from the skin on her elbows and knees. One away from crawling on the floor. The drop of ominous light hovers before being absorbed by the aquarium. I feel as if I'm looking at something I shouldn't be. And that something that shouldn't be happening is... But it's the fact that she appears to be laughing when she leaves the room that bothers me more than anything. I can't get distracted right now. I have to save this girl. Even this thought voice returns my focus. Even though I said we have to save her, I have no idea what to do at a time like this. I keep calling you Hiyoshi-san. I'm sorry. Kenji-san. My good man. My sex-pest man. Please help us. At any rate, we should stop the bleeding. Kenji-san takes a facial tissue from his pocket and wipes away some of the blood. He then gently lifts her head and applies pressure to the wound with the tissue. He's pressing hard on her forehead. As the blood begins to dry, the original color is indistinguishable as it has become completely red. We did it! She's not a ghost this time! Having roughly wiped away some of the blood, he removes his outerwear that has blood on it. He folds the parka he removed in order to hide the blood and lays it on the ground like a pillow. He had a parka on? His golden ring looks pretty with his black tank top. Don't! You're gay. Do not be with this man. There's nothing we can do but wait for now. Her wounds are pretty severe, but even with my own limited emergency treatment, it seems we made it in time, so I'm glad. Will she be okay? She took a really intense blow to the head. She'll probably be in pain for a while. Her breathing has stabilized though, so she should be fine. Thank you so much, Kenji-san. Upon hearing his words, a sigh of relief slips from my lips. Oh, he's got his jam going. It's no big deal. More importantly, Maya-chan, you're calling me by my name now. Huh? Well, that's... Because I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to get on your good side. But please think nothing of it. When he went crazy, I called him by name while he was out of it. I thought that Kenji-san would get through to him more than Hiyoshi-san would. But that change had been practically subconscious. That's why having it pointed out to me is so embarrassing. Maya-chan, it seems like we've gotten a bit closer. Leave me alone! He's smiling at me as he says this. In order to hide my embarrassment, I puff up my cheeks and have no choice but to pretend to be mad. You're terrible, Hiyoshi-san. Hey, go back, I'll stop teasing you. So bring back that good mood. Yeah, ew. Like, I'm desperately trying to save this guy, and he's making it pretty damn hard. It's not like I'm really upset or anything, though. Not only did he save me, he saved the girl, too. If this were a movie, he would unmistakably be in the position of the hero. No. Just as I'm thinking, I want to hurry up and get off this topic already, it's Kenji-san who changes the subject. So, Maya-chan, this may not be the best time, but who is this girl? Kenji-san asks as he turns his face to the direction of the girl. The girl's eyes are closed, but her soft breathing continues. Her long hair is tied back and her clothes are more punk than they are high fashion. She looks like she would prefer a live music club over in an aquarium. Her round eyes and soft outline somehow remind me of Mari's appearance. I don't know how the hell she can confuse her for Mari. I really don't. Actually, I don't know either. I met her after I came to this twisted version of Mantan Aquarium. I paused for a moment to remember exactly how I met her, then continued speaking. Despite the fact that it hasn't been more than half a day since our meeting, this girl and I have struggled for our lives together. She spoke pretty harshly to me when I saw Himino, whose body was under attack from parasites. After that, I saved her, and she saved me. Together we researched the secrets of this Mantan Aquarium, including the fact that the director here was the victim of a murder. So then, you do know about the incident. Ignoring Kenji's suggestive tone, I continue talking about the girl. She wasn't planning to be with me to the end. She steeled herself, saying, if I can learn the truth, then it's okay if I die, and resolved herself to end it on her own way. Just as I thought that we had reached an understanding, I was wrong. Surely she felt she couldn't rely on me. If she hadn't called out to me, I wouldn't have risen up to save my best friend. Then this girl wanted to be by herself from the start. I hesitate for a moment, then nod. Maya-chan, before you met up with me, you really experienced so much more than I could have imagined. You've come so very close to the truth. Your eyes have taken on such a strong color. So, did you know something after all, Kenji-san? I didn't want to scare you all by saying more than necessary. However, seems I don't have to sugarcoat things anymore. Please tell me about earlier. Your friend, Maya-chan. What condition is Himino-chan in right now? Himino's entire body is currently being invaded by parasites. According to what Sekinoa Riko said, that breed doesn't normally feed off their hosts. They seem to be attacking Himino. But this girl said that if I can get Himino and I out of Mantan Aquarium, I might be able to save her because the threat of the parasites only persists while inside Mantan Aquarium. Sadly, that is false. We did that ending. She died in the hospital. Well, she didn't exactly die in the hospital, but she wasn't getting any better in the hospital either. Yeah, I get it. This girl's pretty sharp. The story's half right, half wrong. Half? What do you mean by that? If you escape this Mantan Aquarium, the threat of the parasites will disappear, but the curse itself will remain. Little by little, the life energy will be drained from her body and she will weaken, till she succumbs to death. Hiyoshi-san, you know what's up, bro. Curse? Dies? So I can't save Himino? I couldn't stop my voice from getting louder. Kenji-san doesn't make an angry face, but he does answer me in a stern tone. Calm down, let me finish. This is important, got it? I understand. Kenji, you really knew this was happening and just said, yeah, I mean, no one was gonna believe you, really, but still, you could have gave us a warning. I hold back my overexcitement as I wait for Kenji-san to continue speaking. This aquarium is a different dimension, created from the grudge of the murdered director and the numerous fish caught and killed here. He knows it all? How do you have this knowledge? Maya-chan, you probably remember hearing of it as a parallel world, but it's another world created from negative emotions. It's a world created within the framework of Mantan Aquarium. Grudges and energy from souls. Those are occult terms, right? There's definitely some power at work we cannot see. Even now, science cannot prove exactly how our emotions are created, but the power from that is surely involved in the creation of this Mantan Aquarium. I've decided to call it the Red Mantan Aquarium. You and I, Himino and that girl there, all of us who have come here are cursed. More accurately, we were lured here by wandering ghosts. When the Red Mantan Aquarium was created, it wasn't by just the murdered fish, but the souls of everyone who died here. The murdered fish souls is so funny still. People who died here? In other words, I could have become one of them. I've been in danger of it so many times. Even now, the possibility is still very real. If I hadn't made it to this point, I might have believed Hiyoshi-san's story. To borrow his words, having reunited in the Red Mantan Aquarium, I could have seen it as a joke at first and lost my life without realizing how serious things were. Something is luring us here. It may only be one piece of a bigger grudge, but for now, let's refer to them as vengeful spirits. In order to maintain their existence, they need energy. Here within the Red Mantan Aquarium, they're constantly trying to supplement that energy. But what if we escape? They'll lose their energy supply. If that were to happen, then the life force of a living human, in other words, the soul, would become their energy. What remains in our bodies would only last about a month. For example, even if we were able to escape, it wouldn't just be Himino, but all of us who would die within a month. It's not just that. Whoever it is might contradict everything you've said, Kenji-san. Could you mean that before our life energy is gone, we have to come back to the Red Mantan Aquarium? That the things possessing us can take some more energy? Maya-chan, you're clever. Kenji-san. Kenji-san says this with admiration, but he doesn't sound the least bit happy. Anyway, you're right. Maya-chan, you know when it is we need to return, right? The full moon. Oh, woo! The day of the full moon. So the rumor Himino heard wasn't necessarily mistaken. On top of that, the cycle of the moon lasts for about 28 days. So by coming to the Rantan Aquarium on the day of a full moon, we won't be killed by the curse. When there's a full or new moon, the Earth, Moon, and Sun are in conjunction in a straight line. At the time, the moon's pull is at its strongest. You've heard that this is when the ebb and flow of the tides is greatest, right? Yes. Moreover, there are legends that say the moon gives an illuminating energy to things which normally go unseen. Whether this is to be believed or the more scientifically sound idea of the moon's effect on magnetic pull, the point does stand that the path to the Red Mountain Aquarium is inaccessible on the day of a new moon. What Hiyoshi-san is saying has plenty of guesswork to it, but it's enough to satisfy me. However, it's because of this satisfied feeling that more questions begin to arise. Yeah, bro, have you been, like, going in here every full moon so you don't die? You can reach the Red Mountain Aquarium on the day of a full moon. Wouldn't more people have reached it as well? Yet that isn't the case, right? The difference is probably really to fate. People who are tied to Mountain Aquarium, or to the victims of the Red Mountain Aquarium, are lured in as if they are guided by the moon's strengthening pull. I'm connected to Mari. The girl's connected to the director, her father. The Minif's connection is surely to someone pulled into the Red Mountain Aquarium, me. If I think back on it, everyone has their own ties to Mountain Aquarium. Hiyoshi-san also mentioned an old acquaintance he hadn't seen in some time. Hiyoshi-san and who? I almost asked, but stopped the words before they come out. Back when he went crazy, he said a girl's name. Maybe it's better for me not to know. And I get a feeling that I don't want to know either. Kenji-san, how do you know all of this? My experience and my deductions. Also filling in gaps with the fragments of information you girls have given me, Maya-chan. Kenji-san heaves a small sigh, then continues. Well, your guesses so far have been on point. Though I'm not just trying to maintain my life energy, find a way to break the curse. That's why I've come back to the Red Mountain Aquarium over and over again. How many times have you done this? This time I had no luck either. But in order to have it next time, we'll need to get Himino-chan and escape quickly from the Red Mountain Aquarium. And one more thing that you should know, Maya-chan. You should know the truth of the murder that took place in Mountain Aquarium. The criminal who killed the director was Saginuma Riko. Huh? That girl. She's probably the director's daughter. Her primary motive was probably to learn the truth. It's most likely because she found the truth that Saginuma Riko tried to kill her. This is insane. He knew everything. He literally knew everything. Putting it like that, perhaps there could be no greater motive for her almost being killed. Erasing her from this world, the ultimate method of shutting her up. Top of that, killing her inside of the Red Mountain Aquarium would mean no one would see it and no evidence would be left. If she really is trying to kill that girl, it's completely unforgivable. Yeah, beat her. My anger is greater than my shock. A human killing even one person is a sin that cannot be atoned for. Piling on other sins to conceal that first sin, repeating such a cycle ensures such a person has no future. I turn to Kenji-san and speak with firm tone. Compared to the cool way he told me all of these facts, I'd probably come off as angry. I'm so sorry I yelled, even though you didn't do anything wrong, Kenji-san. After I say this, I realize that he probably purposely withheld any expression of emotion while he was telling me the facts. That's the difference between an adult and a child. Remember the way Kenji-san looked when he shoved Riko-san? I empathize with how enraged he must have been feeling. And it's fine. From this point on, we'll have to be calm and make our decisions based on facts. So it's better to vent your anger now. Kenji-san says this with a stern expression. I understand right away that what he is saying is important, so I wait for him to continue. We should leave this girl here. That was not what I expected him to say. Huh? But that's... even if you've seemed to have done what you could for her, her injuries still haven't healed. If we leave her, what will happen to her? Well, we went to all that trouble to rescue her. If that's how you feel, then why? Try to look at this from the other way around. At the very least, she's received first aid. I don't get it at all. If we saved her, then we should at least... There are two reasons. After hearing what you told me, would Himino-chan really be able to walk on her own? With your physique, it would be impossible for you to take Himino along and escape. You would definitely run into danger. The only one who would be able to run or jump with Himino on their back is me. What if I had this girl ride piggyback on me? The same thing, surely. For example, if we were chased by something, you wouldn't be able to run, Maya-chan. He says all this so curtly, I can't really argue with him. There's one more reason. You think this girl really wants to run away from the aquarium? That's... Mai-chan, how much do you know about her? She's okay with dying if it means she can ascertain the truth. That kind of resolve is unfortunate day. Sure, this girl has been searching a long time for the identity of her father's killer. She finally found it. She might have been knocked down once, but I'm sure she wants to face the killer once more. I don't know whether she wants some sort of remorse or some sort of public punishment. But having finally reached the truth, I doubt she wants to run away. If she really had decided to go it alone, she probably wouldn't have even accepted the first aid we did provide. In this girl's eyes, we've probably done more than enough. Kenji-san's tone of voice is steadily becoming more forceful. So we finally reached the heart of the matter. It's time for you to make your decision. I won't force you. Do you want to continue? Yes. Then, let's go together. We'll leave this girl here, go back to where Himino-chan is. The three of us, myself, you, and Himino-chan will escape together. 1 month from now, the three of us will have to return here. But I figured out how to get back in. I think it's a pretty reliable method. The day of the full moon passes, in other words, when this day ends, the door to the real world won't open again until the next full moon. We don't know how much longer Himino-chan can last, so I think we should get out of here as quickly as possible. So basically, there's no time to think it over. Kenji-san nods silently. After a brief pause, he continues. Don't think of it as abandoning her, but decide based on what is most important to you. In other words, 2 choices have been presented to me. Just as Kenji says, I should decide based on what is precious to me. I will save for now, because it is getting late. I did not expect myself to play this game for like even a 4th part. I was just gonna rush in there, save Hiyoshi-san, and escape. But no, the game wants him dead, but he has all the answers. So we'll have more fun next week with this then. Thank you, Sleepy Kitties, for coming. I'm glad to have you all here. Whether you came in early, late, whether you're chatting, lurking, I always appreciate it. Let me see if anyone's up that we can raid and do funny raids. Mix it up is so nice. Sabila. Looks like she's playing Fortnite. Let's check out Fortnite. I've actually still never played fucking Fortnite. But I'll see you Sleepy Kitties there. Have fun. Yeah.